Sarah, all day. Hell yeah.
Arm wrestling's about to take place.
Yeah.
Good morning, YouTube world. I'm your host, Paul Italia. If you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. It is my pleasure to introduce today's guest. He is a superstar in the arm wrestling community. His name is Ermes Gasparini. What's up, Paisan? How you doing today, bro?
I'm feeling good. My shoulder is recovering very good now. Yeah, it's like 80%. Every week I feel less pain.
Well, that's a great thing, brother. We're going to get into that in a little while. Let's first start off. I want to get your basics just for all the new arm wrestlers out there. And I just want to learn a little about you. And when did you get into arm wrestling? How old were you?
My father, it was a Italian champion, and he won many titles about European and the World Championship. And I started very young, but the first competition, it was 12 years ago, when I was 17 years old, like this. And I won my first Italian championship, juniores and the senior. Very, very easy.
So growing up, you were always around arm wrestling because your father was a world champion, I'm assuming, correct?
Yeah, he won 13, 14 Italian championship. And he gave me a very good genetic for arm wrestling. My mother too. My mother competed many times in a wrestling championship.
Wow, an arm wrestling family, a dynasty. I love it.
Yeah.
So, do they still pull today? Does your dad still get on with you and pull?
Well, no. Now he have a lot of pain in his elbow, but sometimes, yes, little bit with elastic, for yeah.
What weight class did he used to compete at when he was a world champion?
My father.
Yeah, your father.
95 kilo.
Okay.
Yeah, 95.
So where did you grow up? What part of Italy?
What?
What part of Italy did you grow up in? Did you go to school and all?
In north of Italy, the region is Veneto, and the city is Verona. Is near to Venice, in the east of Italy.
Now, is arm wrestling a big thing over there? Is there a lot of people that participate in it?
Not too much, but now it's growing up a lot. In these 2 years with Larry Wills and many competition. Now every time when I go in some place like this, sometimes there are the people know who I am, and he want a photo like this. It's beautiful.
That is amazing. Now, when you were growing up and going to school, were you an athlete in school? Did you play any other sports?
I started with karate, karate, and little football, but and the arm wrestling, yeah, little box, but I started arm wrestling very seriously, yeah, at 16, 17 years old.
And what made the transition from, kind of doing arm wrestling as a hobby to like getting real serious? Was it watching your father compete? Was it just, it was the time it was right?
Yeah, because I followed him many times when I was very, very young, and it's a very good emotion. Oh, you see your father in competition, and I remember when he lost, I was very angry like this. Yeah, many times like this. Were very beautiful memories.
Now, did you have any other idols growing up as in arm wrestling world? Was there anybody else other than your father that you looked up to in arm wrestling?
My idol is John Brezink. Yeah, there are many super legends like Larat, Richard Lupkes, Dennis, but my favorite John.
Now,
John for me is number one.
How did you used to watch the matches back then? You would find it on where would you see John Brezink? When was the first time you laid eyes on him?
When he won with Dennis.
Okay.
In 2008, the name you remember the first time when they competed together.
And
yeah, this is the first time, I think. Yeah, more or less.
And when was the first time you got to meet John in person?
In Dubai, when I competed with Gennady Kivinia.
Okay.
Super fantastic moment. Amazing.
And
But every time when I meet him, is very, for me, is super. But the first time, if you are a fan of him, yeah, it's beautiful. But if you know, he know you who I am, is more emotional. You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And did you get the
In
grip
the
up?
last competition,
Yeah.
I saw him in the when I competed with Levan, he rooted for me. He's amazing.
Now, have you got the grip up with John before?
Never.
Never.
Yeah, I shake his hand many times, but I never pull it with him. I'm not it's not for to win or to something else, but I want to to try with him to try his hand, because his hand is very big. It's not very comfortable. Yeah, I'm very curious to pull with him, but not because I want to win, because I want to say yes, I pull with John.
Yeah. Just to be able to grip up with the goat is an amazing thing.
Yeah, maybe he give more power.
I can see that. So let me ask you, when did you decide that arm wrestling is going to be something that you're going to pursue and looking to be number one in the world? When did that all click for you? How old were you?
If when I started to compete in wrestling, is your dream, and follow this way, and I feel inside. Maybe no, I don't know when, but I feel inside I will be number one in the future, sure.
Now, when you first came into the sport, you were a lot lighter. How much did you weigh when you first competed?
When I was 17 years old, 85 kilo.
85.
And 20 years old, like around 90. 95, yeah, more or less. And 22, 23, 110, and
Lots of eating pasta.
uh, pizza, pasta every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's very difficult for me, because if I don't eat a lot, my weight go down immediately. It's very difficult, because my body is
Metabolism.
very fast to burn the calories.
So how many years did it take for you to get really good at arm wrestling? Or did you come right away and you were already winning from the beginning?
How many years?
Yeah.
For what?
Until you started winning all the time and you were started getting out there and being well known as a big name. Like, was it something that happened very quickly, or it was more of like a progression until you got at an elite level?
It's difficult to, because the first time when I see the good way, when I competed with Michael Todd, I saw, yeah, I have a good potential to be number one, or to be top 5 super heavyweight.
How old were you? How old were you then when you went against
In
Michael Todd?
2017 is 5 years. I was 24.
And what do you
And
do?
after this, I had an injury, very big injury, and I stopped my career for 3 years.
What injury was that?
It's here. I don't know if you see.
Yes.
They cut my bone, because my bone will touch another bone, and the cartilage in the middle, it was finished. Now I have more. My bone is little short than, and now I don't have problem.
Okay.
But maybe in the left, sometime I feel this pain. But the left I don't very interested, because I don't pull many times like my right arm.
Now, what do you do for a living? What's your job in life?
And now is only arm wrestling.
Okay.
And yeah, I do YouTube and the coaching online programs for, and I do a seminar. Yeah.
When did you make the transition to becoming a full-time arm wrestler? How long ago was that?
2 years ago, like this. Yeah. But YouTube, yes, is very beautiful, because if you put many times video, the channel will grow up very fast. But to follow every single part is very difficult. You need to your mind to preparation for the match, to follow the kinds of coaching online, and it's not very easy to follow every single part of this.
It's like a full-time job in itself. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, brother. We know that you just had that huge match in Dubai against Levan. Was that your biggest super match ever?
This, yes, for sure.
Yeah. Now,
yeah, my best matches in my life. I think, yeah, Levan, Chefi, Gennady, but with Levan, the very biggest match, for sure.
How long was the preparation for that match against Levan?
No, very long preparation because after Chefi, I started immediately, only 3 months for this match. I think if have more time, is more long preparation, I will do better. But if I will have a rematch with him, the result will be changed for sure.
Now, let me ask you, is there anything, if you could go back before that match again and do something different, what would you change in your training?
I never expected to hold him like this. Never. In my mind, never. Because when in the past I lost my match, when someone take my wrist, I will go down very easily. And when I hold him like this, the 2-3 centimeters of the pad is is a shock for my mind, you know.
Were
Yeah,
you watching?
maybe.
Were you watching Jerry Cataract matches before that?
No, I think because I hold him in the first part with my back pressure and with my pronator, and after this I change it. But I think if I will go immediately here, I can't stop him. Yeah.
Now, do you think that you exposed a weakness that day on Levan?
Yes, but believe me, it's very difficult to. Yeah, the weakness of him now is the endurance, but you need to stop him before to show his weakness, and if you can't stop him, it's it's impossible.
So do you believe that the key to stopping him is your back pressure and pronator, and then jumping into that flop press is the way to do it?
Yeah, but the next time now, because my wrist, I felt before the 11 match super strong, and if you saw my last match with Chefi or someone else, I never lost my wrist in these 2 years. And I don't train a lot my wrist for this. You understand? Now I know I need to improve more my wrist, my wrist, my finger, my hand, and maybe next time I will do better with my wrist for sure.
Now, is there anything you would do to increase your endurance, or do you think you had what it took that day endurance-wise?
Yeah, I need to improve my endurance for sure, because I don't like a lot to train, cardio like this, and but I need to.
Was the reason why you didn't have your endurance at top peak, was it because you put on a lot of size for Levan and you didn't want to do cardio to lose any of that?
Yeah, because before the match, I thought about to will go for this match more heavier than possible heavier, and before the match, I thought about to stop him in the first round. No, and never think about to stop him the third, the fourth round to with endurance like this. You understand?
Yeah.
Yes, this with what I thought before the match.
Is there anybody else that is out there in the arm wrestling world that you could compare Levon to style wise?
Same level.
Yeah. Like the reason why I asked this is there anybody that you'd want to train with specifically to get you ready for Levon?
Because the difficulty is his size of his hand is very big, and the wrist. You know, when you shake his hand, when you feel immediately. Don't you feel it not very easy to have a good grip for top roll. No, because maybe with Danish, because they have same, but very big hand. Maybe you can train with him. Maybe with him, maybe. But yeah, and there are nobody else have same this size of his hand and the wrist.
Now, besides you, because obviously you're a big threat to Levon, who would be the biggest threat to Levon style wise in the arm wrestling world, other than yourself?
Who can hold him?
Possibly beat him. Is there anybody that you think is out there that could give him a shot?
A lot of people think about Jerry because I use this style, but I don't think it is very is enough only to go only with this technique. The first part you need to hold him here because his power is too much. If you go inside in the center, you understand? You need to pull in your part, you know, to open his arm a little bit. I think maybe Danish, but in his prime, not now. And I don't think Danish will come back same level than when he was 10 years ago, like this.
Now,
5 years ago.
Now, would you rather be the favorite in a match or an underdog like you were going against Levon?
Before the match?
I'm saying, like, when you go into any arm wrestling match, do you like being the favorite to win, or do you?
No. Underdog is better.
Yeah.
Every time. Yeah, because when I lost with like Kurdeka, everybody, oh no, don't worry, you will win 100%. Don't have scary about him. He's only vacation like this, no? It's very big mistake. I do a big mistake, and yeah, I don't train nothing. You know, like no to have a lot of fire inside and focus 100% to go because I show if my power is a lot in my mind. With the same with Leva, the third round, when I have more, if you show the match, there are more fire inside me in the third round because I show his team, they love of me, because you have already win like this, and he will be. I go crazy, and I put more energy and more fire in, in my arm. Yeah, this is if I will go like an underdog, for me is better a lot. But
Now, can we expect
after Kurdeka, I had a big lesson about this match, and now every time I will go 110%, like with Arif, Wagner, Gennady, Chefi, Levan. Every time I will go more with more power than the last time. Every time.
Okay.
This is
Were you
sure.
was that the strongest version we've seen of Ermes Gasparini when you went against Levan?
Yeah. This is the strongest for sure.
Can we expect it?
Yes, I think my strongest version, but we don't know. Maybe with Chefi, I was more endurance. I had more endurance, but I think for sure it was my stronger version. I think.
Can we expect to see a rematch in the next year between you and Levan again?
Yeah, if in this year I will win with Jerry and maybe another match, I don't know. We will have a rematch for sure.
Now, what rule setup would you like to be in? Would it be King of Table or East versus West with the 5 rounds?
If this match it was in the East versus West, the third round, the East versus West are only 2 fouls. And to stop him many times here and to hold and to take in this part is very difficult every time. Yeah, it's different because in the King of the Table there are 6 rounds. Maybe if you have more endurance, you can change the last third or fourth round. And in the East versus West, if you lose 3 rounds, is already finished. But it's not very important for me. Maybe yes, King of the Table, maybe for endurance, If you have if your opponent don't have a good endurance, maybe King of the Table is better because there are more rounds.
And would you consider yourself better with endurance than Levan is?
Little bit, yes. Yeah.
I agree with that. Okay, moving on. I wanted to get your opinion on who do you have as the top 5 in the world right now?
It's very hard, but 11 is number 1. I think now I'm number 2. And the third rank, Jerry, Morozov, and Jerry and Morozov.
And who would you have as number 5 then?
5, I think with good endurance, Dave Chaffee.
Okay. Now, the reason why I asked that is we also seen that Denis Saplankov has been making his comeback. Do we think that Denis is near the top 5, or he still got a ways to go to get back to his peak?
I put someone in the ranking only if he competed with someone the top 5 or top 10. But we don't know now. We don't know because he won with John, but he don't won very easily, like nothing. You understand?
Yeah.
And John is very strong, and I think John is is in the top 10. I think more or less, but not near top 5.
Now, there's two other names that I got to throw in there that I want to get your opinion on, and that being Devin Lorette. We know he's got
Devon, Devon, that are in top 5, I think, for sure.
Okay, so hold on. So we're gonna put Devin in the top 5, in your opinion.
Yeah. Devin is top 5.
Who are we gonna bump out of there then?
Who?
We said that we had Levon at first, you at number 2, then you had Jerry, then you had Artem Morzov, and then you had Dave Chafee. So who would you knock out and put Devin in front of?
It's too difficult. It's too difficult. Maybe Devon, he will beat Jerry, but maybe Morrow, he don't beat Jerry. You know, it's very difficult. Maybe Chafee beat Devon. I think if you put only for the power, the first and second round, Chafee the most powerful than another athlete, for sure. And the problem of him is the endurance. Now, I don't know Morozov, but if you show the last match with Chafee, the first round he lost very easily with Chafee. Now, for sure, he's more stronger than when he competed with Chafee, but I put my opinion only if I see something on the table, no, only for, you understand, only for my opinion or the videos like this.
So let me ask you, the other person that has got to be questioned. I know he got hurt and he's been making videos that he's starting to train again. Is Zaire? Do we think that he, before his injury, was in the top 5 in the world?
Who?
Zaire.
Zaire.
It gets interesting when you throw him in there.
But I don't think he will win with Chafee.
Okay.
Or because Chafee is the athlete. If you beat Chafee, you are for sure in the top 5. You understand? Because if you beat Chafee, is one of the big match in your career, I think. Because Chafee, he won with Denis Chiplenko and many times. Is super strong. But it's too difficult. Now I put myself number 2 because I was the first to stop at Levan to win 2 rounds, and only for this. But maybe before this, I don't know. Maybe I will lose with someone else.
Out of those top 5 guys, and then we throw in Zaire and Denis Saplankov. Out of all those guys, who do you think presents the biggest problem stylistically to you on the table? We're talking Devin, Zaire.
I'm very curious to fight with Jerry. But I never pull it with some like Jerry with this style. Another very difficult. Devon, maybe Devon, because he's very smart in the setup. It's very difficult, for the mind to. Yes, everyone is very difficult to you need to go on the best version of yourself if you will win, if you want to win.
Now, have you ever went against somebody that uses the flop press before?
Chefy is the only. Yeah.
And how did that feel when was that surprising move? Were you expecting that from Dave to go into that?
No, I don't expect this, but in my career, I never lost when I have the control of my hand, of the wrist. Yeah, because I have many techniques. I can use the press or side pressure. I go up with with the hand, with the finger. For me, it's very difficult, Jerry, to think he will win with me. But we will see. We will see.
Now, have you ever gripped up with Zaire before?
Zaur?
Zaire, yeah.
No, never. But yes, it's very dangerous. It's very dangerous opponent because his back pressure is very, very strong. But I don't know if his wrist is very, very, very strong too. Because I saw many times, yes, super strong in the back pressure, but he loses sometimes his wrist.
Now, the other guy that I want to throw in is Alex Cadecha, because I know that he has a win against you at the last meeting that you guys had. Do you see Alex as somebody that could be possibly in the top 5 right hand in the world?
Alex now. Yeah, I don't know because he needed to come back and to compete again because after he lost with Chafee, he pulled with Corey West, and after this he stopped. He don't pull it anymore, and yeah, he needed to come back and to pull again, because the ranking is only for the people that are in the tournament, and they continue to pull with someone.
Okay. Now, we know we got a big East versus West coming up in May. We got a couple really good matches set that I wanted to get your opinion on because I know that you've pulled these guys. And the first match that I want to bring up is Irakli versus Ongarbayev. What is your prediction on that match?
Very beautiful fight, huh?
Yeah.
Very interesting. Super. For the power, I think Irakli have more power than back pressure. But for the technique, I put more on Garbayev. But I think they will go in the straps for sure. And in the strap, in the straps, you are more dominant of the power, not of with the technique. And I think slightly favorite to Irakli.
Okay, and what's your record against Irakli? Because I remember seeing some videos out there of you guys pulling a couple of times.
I never pulled with him. 0.
I thought you pulled. I thought I seen you at a lot lighter weight pulling him. Maybe I'm
No, with Garbayev, yes. But Irakli, I never put it with only with yes, with Garbayev.
Okay.
No Irakli.
Yeah, for some reason I
Yeah,
thought I
with,
seen a video.
Yeah. In Croatia, Zagreb, 2015, 16, and I won my category, 95 kilo with him. Yes, the top row, left and right.
Okay. And you never pulled a Rockley in any tournament or anything like that?
Never.
Okay, I must have.
And but when I shake his hand, I feel, because for fun he hit me the hand with very good power, and I feel very super power. Yes.
Okay. Now the other match that I want to bring up is Rivas versus Dave Chafee. How do you think that one's going to end?
Dave Chafee. Maybe Rivas can change something the last round, maybe with more endurance, maybe like Morozov.
Yeah.
The first and the second round I will put Chafee, but I think Chafee will win. But it's very, very beautiful fight. I put like 52 to Chafee and 48 for Rivas. It's very same level, I think.
Now, what if they get into a war on that third round? Do you think that could change the outcome and now give Rivas the endurance?
Yeah, maybe if I have more endurance, Rivas can do something the third round. If he can stop Chafee in the first, second round, something. Because if he can't stop nothing, he don't lose that endurance, Chafee.
Yeah. Now, the other match that I want to bring up is Zurab versus RVJ. We know that RVJ is making his comeback, and he's got a real mountain to climb going against Zurab, who has just been unstoppable. He just won the AMC. So, what do you think?
Impressive match about tournament about Zurab. Impressive. Yeah, he won not very easily, but super.
Yeah.
I think Zurab, he will win.
Is it going to be a close match, or you think that Zurab's going to dominate?
I don't think, because Zurab is 3 to 3 years. He continued to compete, and this change a lot for the athletes. If you continue to compete, or you have more, you are more prepared for the match, for emotion, for the style, for the technique. You feel better, and your body is more prepared for the match.
Now, do you think that it's helping RVJ that he's training with Jerry Cataract every week on the table and all? Do you think that will help him at all?
Yes, but I don't think he this change something. Yeah, you can train a lot but the period is too short, I think.
I understand that.
And now Zurab, he showed impressive performance in the last tournament. Now I think he's very strong, super strong. For his category, I think he competed in 100 kilo, 95.
He was 95, yeah.
I think he's the first or the second guy top this class level.
Yeah, I agree.
now.
Now, the other match that I'm really interested in seeing is Vitali versus Tobias Sparring, left hand. And we know that Tobias has been putting on a lot of size, and he was coming off of an injury, and he's definitely sized up. Do you think he's did enough to be able to beat Vitali?
I think if you put these two athletes only for the style of top rope, the favorite is Tobias, because he are more up in the wrist, and the literality is every time like this. And Tobias like this have more control with the wrist. But I don't know where is his level after the injury. Reality, he continued to compete many times. I put Laletin more favorite only because I don't show nothing about Tobias this year, on the last year. Yes, he pulled it when? I don't know.
I think it was last year. The beginning of last year was his last
Yeah,
match.
yeah. Only for this, put more favorite Laletin.
Okay. Now, for the last one that I want to talk about is Devin Lorette versus Gennady. Now, this one is going to be, just the whole lead up and all the shit talking going back and forth. But before we get into that prediction, I want to get your opinion. Do you think that the Westerners, do you think we kind of take it too far with the trash talking? Because I know it's really kind of looked down on with the Eastern athletes and all. Do you think that maybe Devin's taking this a little too far, or this is something that's very good for arm wrestling and hyping up a match?
No, it's very good for arm wrestling. Because if you go in the tournament and you don't put videos, you don't put nothing, the people is not very excited to watch this. The style of Devon with trash talking is perfect. It's perfect for grow up the hype for the match. And there are more people to take pay-per-view, and is better for everyone. This because if you show, our sport is very different level than last 2-3 years ago. But if you want to be a professional, you need to grow up with the social media, with YouTube and the fans, because we don't have a big sponsor like UFC like this. And if the people don't support us with to take some pay-per-view, in the future will be no another match like this, East versus West, King of the Table, like this.
Now, Gennady kind of seems he's getting a little aggravated with Devin, and he kind of feels disrespected. Does that need to change? Yeah, he was putting that out there, I guess, when he had an interview with Engen, and, he said that he's going to really try crushing Devin over that and, making it hurt, just because of all that. And then the other thing is that, Gennady kind of disappeared for like 2 weeks. He wasn't putting out no social media or anything. And, Devin just kept going and prodding at him and all. Now, do you think that the Easterners got to kind of get used to that trash talking and not kind of take it so personal? This way we could hype up the matches more.
I don't care about this. I think we need this trash talking. We need, and yes, with respect, display too much, but we need this for grow up the hype for the match and to make more emotion for the fans, for the athletes, for everybody. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Now let's get to the match. What do we think is going to happen that day? Do we think that Devin's going to come in there and dominate Gennady, or do we think that Gennady is going to shock the world and put a stop to Devin making his way into the super heavyweights?
I think it will be hard match for both. I don't think Lard will be dominant with Gennady and Gennady too. I think Gennady, he will take first round with the full power. Maybe the second, but I think the match will go like Devon he pulled it with Prudnik. More he take the wrist and he put down, the shoulder. More or less like this. More or less. But with Gennady is more powerful than Evgeny.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now Devon is more higher level than when he pulled it with Prudnik. And for this, I think the match will go like this, more or less.
Now, we know that Devin is saying that Gennady has baby hands. You've gripped up with Gennady. Do you consider Gennady's hands baby hands?
Yeah, I think his wrist is not his best part, but it's not baby hand. No. Super funny. When I saw these videos, trash talking, super funny. Yeah, super good.
Definitely keeps it fun.
Yeah, and I'm very angry about the people put videos and they take pirate the videos about pay-per-view like this, and they don't support nothing. They only hurt our sport.
That's with the live commentary issues that we were talking about with Ryan Bowen
for
and all
this, yeah, we can try. If hanging he think is is better to do this, why we had to go with another way? Maybe we can try. We need to stay together and to collaborate together to grow up our sport. Because if I don't we have another even like East versus West or another even like King of the Table, who put live commentary, who put the videos like now with us, who?
Yeah.
And if hanging ask something, we can follow him to help the community, the sports wrestling. I think like this. Maybe he wrong, I don't know, maybe, but we can try and we will see. We will see.
Okay. Now I want to move on to I want to talk about Devin and potentially a match with Denis Saplankov going down in October. This one's going to be a real interesting one. But I would like to see Devin beat Gennady before we could get to that. But how do you think it would go down between Denis and Devin?
I don't know. Right hand, I think is not the same in left. Mm, this is too hard to predict this match, because if you put Dan in his prime, I put Dan is 100%. But now
We just don't know if Dennis is going to get back to his prime or if he's there yet.
I don't think he will come back in same level than last 5 years ago.
Now, what's going to make Devin beat Dennis? Is it going to be more of a technical, his skill, or is it going to be more of
for
power?
sure, Devin is more technical. But this match is in East versus West.
Yes.
I don't know. Believe me, I don't know, because it's very hard to predict it. I put maybe favorite Devon, because I want the match with him. I want the match because all the people want to see this match.
Yeah, how did that all come about? Did you call out Devin, or like when did that all begin between you and Devin?
When did they start this? This 1 year ago, maybe more, 2 years ago. When I post, I put the offer for the match with Matt Mask or Devon. This started 2 years ago. Yeah, but it's better for him to agree immediately, because he wait is more than difficult for him to win with me.
Because you have to keep progressing, you're getting stronger.
Yeah, because we go up every year, and I don't know him, but and he's not young like me. You understand?
How come you guys never gripped up before? Have you ever felt Devin?
I tried in the King of the Table in the King of the Table 2 with the left, and he pulled it on only with John. And I asked him, pull it with me a little bit. No. And he told he said in many videos he never shake my hand, like only for the other match, like, but he don't want.
And why do you think he doesn't want to go against you? Is it your style is going to present a big problem for him?
Yeah, very big problem.
And what is,
because he have a big problem with athletes like me with a strong hand, wrist, and they can use the press. So, if he put in the king move. But I don't underestimate him. Nothing. I want this match because it's super amazing fight, and all the people want to see this match. And if there are agreement of this match, for sure, the community grow up, because it's a very big match for us.
now, how do you think it would be gripping up with him in the setup? Do you think that would be a problem for you that he could present? Because you know that Devin likes to play a lot of games with the setup and tries to get in your mind. Do you think that would affect you in any kind of way?
Yes, but I learned a lot when I fought with Matt Mask. Yeah. And Matt Mask, he is a big lesson for me when I fought the first time WL. Now I control everything before the setup. If I feel something wrong or find something don't don't uh, don't good for my setup, I will don't pull with him for sure. If we have a match, if I see the setup is correct, I pull. But I don't pull if he take my wrist or something crazy things. You understand?
Yeah. That could take a while though with Devin. You guys might be might take a whole day of just trying to get it to start.
Maybe yes.
Yeah. I would gotta say though, I would love the trash talking that would come from that match because
Yeah.
you were definitely somebody that would participate and you wouldn't back down. And I could see the videos going back and forth with you guys. That would
For
be
sure, it's a big event. For sure,
yes.
it
Now,
will be a big event.
what organization would you like to pull that match in? Would the East versus West rules or the King of Table? Which one would you rather pull Devin in?
Ma, allora, if you for endurance, maybe it's better in East versus West. This is the only what change. But because the King of the Table, there are Bill Collins, is very good referee, and here in this West West there are very good referees. Only this change, but I think I will go down very fast. I don't go, and I don't think the endurance is very important this fight. If I go very fast.
Now, if Devin stops you though and brings you into a King's move, what would you do then? Would you go and transfer into the press and try pressing?
Yeah, for sure.
You think that's the
But
key to stopping the King's move?
what?
Do you think that's the key to beating the King's move is using that press?
Like Michael Todd, like this, I think.
Okay. Now, what would happen though if he was able to hold you in that King's move and the press wouldn't work? Would that be a bad day for you then? Now that endurance would be brought into it, because we know that Devin's got
If he stops me, if he stop me in the King move, and we start to speak with you, to talk with you is not very good moment.
Do you remember the match between Dave and Devin? You remember how that went? What would you do different? You think that your press would be able to overcome that and he wouldn't be able to hold you right there?
Like, I don't.
Meaning, you remember when he went against Dave Chafee and he went into that King's move and was holding him there? What would you do different that Dave didn't do that day?
For me, this fight is very horrible because it's not Armwrestling this. But Chafee, he competed very smart. He 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 do many fouls, and there are no time to speak with like Devon,
Yeah.
It's the best way for don't speak with Devon. You go many fouls and you finish immediately the fight, and he don't have time to speak with you.
I think if you two went at it, I think there'd be a lot of back and forth talking in the middle of the match, though, because I could see you yelling back at him, and I see how pumped you get. And Devin would definitely be doing what he always does.
Yeah.
Do you have Devin as one of the top 3 of all time arm wrestlers? Would you put him in that?
Yeah.
Who is your top 3? Just out of curiosity.
Top 3 for the career or for the power?
For everything, for overall best arm wrestler of all time.
But the first is for sure John. And the second, I think Dennis in his prime. He was amazing, power, incredible, amazing power, and he have a king move too. Is together is very extremely impressive. And top three, yes, Devon.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what was your favorite win of all time?
Well, every time I have big emotion inside to me because I put my heart, my mind, everything. I remember when I won this Gennady. It's very hard fight because before I lost with Kurdeka, and if you lost 2 times, it's not very beautiful moments. But I think is Dave Chaffee. Is my biggest match when I won. Yes, the best fight when I won. Yes, for sure.
Was that somebody that you used to look up to and watch him arm wrestle when you were younger?
Yeah, everyone. Yeah. Yeah, I have a photo with Prudnik, with Rustam, with Gennady when I was 18 years old, when I was a fan for these athletes, you understand?
Yeah.
And to be here and to win with these super legends is amazing, super amazing.
Wow. Now, what was your biggest loss, would you say? Would that be the Levon match?
Biggest loss about what?
Meaning like super match where it was like your biggest disappointment, like you weren't expecting maybe Alex Kadecha match. Was that maybe?
Yes, this and Matt Mask. Matt Mask, it was very hard because I know I was stronger than him, but with these rules is too difficult. The rules that are too different to here and to WR because with WR you are more, you have more, you can move more your hand more. There are no strict like here.
Was it true that day when you pulled Matt Mass that you lost in the WAL, but you guys went on the after pull table and then you beat him over there?
It's very, because if I lose, I know my opponent is more stronger than me. Yes. Okay, you are more stronger than me. Next time we will see. I come back. I will train more, and but when you lose, and then you are more stronger than him, and you lose only for the setup for this rules is not very beautiful. But yes, this is very big lesson, and now for me is better for my career because I see more in the setup. I have more control of the setup, and I know everything after this match.
With your loss against Alex Kadecha, do you think that would change if you guys went at each other today? Do you think you would be able to beat him?
Now,
Yeah.
I think yes, because when I competed with him, I was in the morning 119 kilo 20. Now in the competition, in the morning I'm 132 like this. There are 12 kilo more, but no fat is muscular. Yeah, I pulled with him in Belgium, in Turkey, and I saw a lot different power. But it's not like a true competition. And but yes, now in this level, I don't think someone they take my wrist. If they take my wrist, they're very super strong like Levan. But I don't think. I think only Levan he can take my wrist now. And if he take my wrist, I don't think he can. He have more power than Levan to beat me. Go in this position.
Now, how are you gaining all this size? Is it are you doing a special nutrition plan?
And when we go in competition, 3 months before, I will start 6-7.
Okay.
Yes, it's not very good quality, but it's give me more power.
Yeah, it's good for arm wrestling, you know. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Armwrestling is only, yes, there are technique, but the level is of the power. The basic is the power, not of only technique or some fun. You understand?
I know I'm an amateur, but I have definitely experienced that in the last month. You know, I did my first tournament last weekend and I put on, 20 pounds for that. And I felt so much stronger. You know, I felt filled in, my endurance, everything was so much better. Where rather before then, I would cut all the way down and I felt like I would lose a lot of power. So I definitely could feel what you're saying. And I had a lot of pasta meals that night before.
Pasta is best.
Really good carb, really good for competing. Definitely.
Yeah.
Now, I was real happy to see this yesterday. I seen that it's been confirmed that Alexei Vovoda is making his comeback and he's going to be going against John Brzenk. And, everybody's really excited about this. What's your thoughts on that match?
I think John will win.
And is it
Because
because
I saw Voivoda when he lost with Tim Bresnan, and I think John will win because he have a lot more experience of Voivoda.
yeah, they're coming in at that 115 kilogram weight cap, which, that's pretty big
This is
for
not
John.
good for John. This is not good for John.
Gives Alexei more of a chance, right? Because he could come in a lot bigger.
I think Voivoda he asked for put the weight limits for sure, because I think he know in the 105 110 kilo 105 is very hard, too hard to him.
Yeah, especially with him making his comeback and not pulling for a couple of years, and we know John has been pulling every event.
He's impressive. He's impressive. Every month he pull.
Yeah,
he pull. He's amazing. Yeah.
Now, let me ask you, I know you put John at the top of your list of your favorite arm wrestlers and all. Is he your favorite arm wrestler to watch compete today?
Devon.
Devon is.
Yeah, for the show is Devon, yes.
So you're
Devon,
a fan.
Gennady too, because there are very big emotion. You know, they put everything. They are crazy. You understand? This
Yeah.
is very big show for a
That's kind
wrestling
of how I look
community.
at it with you, bro. I look at you as the same way. I put you up on that list, on my list, because just like Devin and Gennady, you come in so fired up. You're fun to trash talk with beforehand. You go back and forth with everybody, and then when you come to that day for the competition, you're all business. And I could feel that energy. You're just like an animal up there, bro. Like
Yeah,
screaming in their face and all.
When I pulled it with Dave, I remember very big. I was very crazy. Yeah. Same with Levan too. But every time with my mask, with I put my all energy, all, and after the match, because I have a lot of tension. After the match, when I come back in my home like this, my mind go down very fast, and I feel not good, because if you put a lot of motion, it's very difficult to after the match for the mind.
Yes, I agree with that. It's kind of like a rebound effect and all.
Yeah.
Okay, now I just our last topic I want to talk about is how's your injury going now? We know that you hurt yourself against Levon. So can you kind of just give me an update what happened and what you've been going through?
I heard because yes, I used the shoulder press, but my shoulder is not together with my arm. It's not the same position. And when you are here, it's not very good for the shoulder. And but it's not big injury. It's no injury. It's only pain inside. And now I change my training, and maybe with bench press like this, I don't push too much for the shoulder. And now I feel good. I feel good, like 80%. Now my total shape is around, 75, 70%, 80, like this.
What part of
And
the
I think
shoulder?
for July, I will go 110% for sure.
What part of the shoulder? Is it the front part or the rear part?
Behind.
The rear delt.
Here.
Okay.
When you feel this.
Yeah, up here when you go like this, the
Yeah.
back of it. Yeah.
It's the same when you feel pain when you put with the bench press behind.
Yeah.
Because yes, I feel this pain not only with lever for this technique, but with back pressure too, because I push a lot this way, and maybe your shoulder pull too. No, you understand?
Yeah.
This is the
So
problem.
what are you doing for recovery now on that?
I tried with. I put the video on my channel with I don't know the name.
Acupuncture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This for me is super amazing. This and the massage, very hard massage together. But this acupuncture, because they go very, very inside in the, because with massage, yes, you have a benefit of with this, but not inside.
Inside.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another thing that you might want to
for me, it's fantastic. This.
Another thing that you might want to look into with the acupuncture is they do the cupping, where they put the cups on you, and then they put the acupuncture in that, and they draw out a little blood.
Yes, I asked many times here, but nobody use this. Only cup, not with acupuncture. Only cup, yes, but with acupuncture, no.
Put them together, and it really worked good. And then the other thing that you might want to start doing is with a real light weight, maybe like a 2-3 pound weight, is just doing this motion. And before every time you work out, do that just to warm it up.
Every time before the workout, I do 20 minutes for warm up my shoulder, this, beside with 4 kilo, 4 or 5 kilo. And when I feel everything with have a good warm up, I feel everything good, I start the training. But I don't push, I don't put immediately a lot of weight. I put medium weight and higher. Only the first and the second exercise. In the third and the fourth exercise, I put medium weight. And the last exercise, I put light weight, and with a lot of repetition for put a lot of blood inside for good stretching after this, and for endurance.
Now, do you consider yourself still in recovery mode, or have you started your training camp for your big match against Jerry Caderet already?
I think still recovering. I think we start good with a good training in 1 month. When I feel everything is good and the shoulder is completely recovered, we start with a good training, with a good weight. But believe me, I don't put a lot of weight in my career. When I train it, I don't put a lot of weight, because for me it's not good for the tendon, for I have immediately pain like this if I put too much weight. Yeah, sometimes, when you want to put, you want to see your level, like, there may be for back pressure or static movement, but it's only one time in 2-3 months like this, no more.
Okay. So now that you're in recovery mode right now, how many times a week are you training in the gym?
3 times, and one time with I go in the gym here near my house, and I have another gym in my house of my parents. I have a mini home gym with my handle for my cable for the table to do a good exercise for arm wrestling. Maybe with my friends a little bit. Yeah.
How many times a week are you getting on the table? Are you doing any table time right now, or are you taking off from that?
For me, this training is hurt a lot. The last week I pulled 2 times, and immediately I feel pain in my shoulder, my arm, and everything. I don't understand Devon. He pulled it every day, 2-3 times a day. For me, it's impossible. If I train like this, you take me and you put me in the hospital immediately. For sure.
I think most normal people are like that.
1 time a week is enough, but very, very slow movement, very not with a good direction of your body. no very dangerous technique or something.
Now, when you make the transition to your training camp and you start getting ready for Jerry in a month time, how many times a week will you hit the gym then? And how many times will you be on the table?
Every time, 3 times in the gym and 1 time on the table. Every time.
How long are your gym sessions?
1 hour and a half, no more. Maximum 2 hours, maximum.
Where do you say most of your time is dedicated for training? Is it more on the table or is it more in the gym, arm wrestling specific exercises?
For me, what is the most important?
Yeah.
I think in the gym more in this level. For the beginner is better on the table because I know everything for the technique like this. But now I need more power. If I have more power, my techniques is grow up. But if I go only with a technique and on the table like this, it's not very good for me to grow up my power of my master.
Now, do you have a team that you train with consistently on the table?
What?
Do you have an arm wrestling team that you train with consistently?
No, I have only 1, 2 friends, and maybe my father together. They put elastic and maybe low movement like this. But no, before this, I train with normal exercise for arm wrestling, and after this, I pull with these 2 friends or with my father.
Okay. Now, do you plan on traveling around at all before this match and getting more experience? No. Not at all.
No.
Okay.
Yes, I will have some seminars here near to me, but no. Because if I go someplace out of Italy like this, I don't follow good with a good diet, training, everything is not good for me. No.
Okay. Now, is there anything that worries you about Jerry's style?
For me, for sure, it's dangerous. For sure. But we will see. Now I gained a lot of power in my arm, and we will see. We will see. I don't think I will lose or very hard match for me.
You don't think it's going to be a hard match? You think it's going to be easy? So you're planning on
not very easy, but not very hard match. Yeah.
Okay. Now, what is your plan? Do you plan on making it a very quick match, or do you expect it to go into a endurance war?
When I pull every time, I want to win more fast as possible. I don't wait my opponent to do something or change technique like this. I go, I pull very super my best power, and I will go very fast. Yes.
How do you think you're gonna pull against Jerry? Do you think you're gonna go into a top roll with him, or are you gonna go inside and go power for power?
Inside is very dangerous for me because it's not my technique. It's difficult because every time I put my planning in my mind, but with the leva, nobody, me too, expected to to hold him like this. For me, this is if you I see now this match, for me is already impossible. It's still impossible to think like this. But yes, every time when I shake the hand, the competition, I feel, what is better. Yeah, I put my planning, but it's better to see in the match what is better to do.
Now, who do you think is comparable to Jerry's style? Is there anybody that you've gone against in the past that you think has a similar style to Jerry, or is this completely new for you going against a flop presser?
Yeah, completely new, for sure. Maybe, yes, Chafee, more or less same, but it's completely new, for sure.
Now, what do you think happens if Jerry gets into his position and he gets his shoulder behind and he's got you in the flop press? Now, how do you work out of that?
And this position is very hard. But I saw the last match of him with Zveskov. With good power here, you can do something in this position. I don't know. We see. July.
Do you expect to use the press against Jerry?
Yeah, for sure. Press or maybe is enough my top roll. I don't know. I told you before I want to see the match, and I want to see what is better. It's difficult to predict before the match.
Now, let me ask you, from 1 to 10, 10 being the hardest, where do you put this match going against Jerry as an opponent from 1 to 10?
If Levan is 10,
yeah,
6, 7.
Okay. Now, do you have a message for Jerry? Because I'm gonna definitely, I'll have him on in the next couple of days or whatever. And what would you like to tell Jerry right now?
I will broke him for sure. I will broke him, and he don't have zero chance, for sure. This is for sure.
Those are some
I
confident words.
said in the interview with Andy.
Yeah.
In the competition, maybe I drink something like Coca-Cola or like this, or maybe you give me some Toscano,
Yeah. Wow. So do you think that you have more experience than Jerry on the table, or Jerry has more experience?
No. This no, for sure, because he pulled it more, a lot of times, more than me, for sure.
Who's stronger, you or Jerry?
Who's the stronger?
Yeah.
Me, for sure, my friend. Because why? It's very good. It's very easy response. This. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, you heard it, Jerry. He says that he doesn't see you as that big of a problem to get through, and he says that he's stronger. So I'm interested to see what Jerry thinks of that. And I'm really excited about this match in July, brother. And I hope that you get the 110%. I hope you get your recovery back and everything works out well, and we could finally get this match to happen, because a lot of us fans been waiting a very long time for this match, bro. Definitely excited.
Yeah.
And guys, if you haven't already, make sure you get over to Ermes' YouTube channel. He is a great guy to follow. Great content, always keeps it funny and, very exciting to watch. And he puts out a lot of his training videos, and just definitely somebody to look up to in the arm wrestling world. Would you like to say anything else before we call it a day, brother?
Oh, I think this is enough to. Yes, I think don't. I hope Jerry don't don't do like last time when he retired before 2-3 weeks before the match, because maybe he have scary about me, but I don't know. I hope only this, because I want to pull with him.
Yeah, the only reason why he had to back out was I was actually with him when he hurt himself, and we went to Maryland and we were at Dave Morocco's practice, and he did something to the shoulder that day on the table. You know, he pulled everybody there, and he just came up to me and he was like, "Yeah," he goes, "I might have did something, I might have tweaked it," and then we found out a week later, you know, he tore his labrum and all.
I hope we have this match for sure.
I do as well.
For to see who is the strongest and for see who will win.
And then this also determines who is the East versus West super heavyweight champion of the world. You know, and you know, you right now you're in the interim spot, and Jerry was right before that. So we gotta solve that and figure out who's gonna have the shield and the helmet at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Ermes, for coming on, brother. A lot of respect to you, and I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you, Paul.
And yeah, we'll see each other in July, brother.
Okay.
See you then, bro.
Thank you for everything, Paul. And keep in touch if you maybe another time you want another interview like this.
Sounds good. I appreciate that, Ermes.
Can organize everything.
Thank you, brother. Have a great day.
Go to sleep. Bye, Paul. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.